Let's go. Miss Mill. Miss Mill. Huh? Do you recall what you said earlier? But when you answered some service call as we were departing from Zengpa? Huh? You said that Mr. Hicks was sitting in his seat at that time. However, that is simply not possible because Mr. Hicks was dead long before we ever touched down in Zengpa. Huh? Miss Kimmy. Maybe I didn't see what I thought I did. No one could make a mistake so large, Miss Mill. But I make that kind of boo-boo all the time. This is going nowhere. There must be a better way of resolving this contradiction. Farewell, Miss Mill. If you please, tell me about your alibi during the time span. From just before we were to land at 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. when the body was found. Are you telling me I'm a suspect, Mr. Edgeworth? Let's go. Miss Mill's alibi. Yeah. From 3 to 4 hours in the flight attendant's room, all by my lonesome self. Yeah. And from 5 to 6 I was in the flight attendant's room, all by my lonesome self. Okay, that one is easy. How was a man supposed to react to a testimony like that? Miss Mill, wake up! She fell asleep again. It looks like the only way I'm going to be able to wake her up is by pressing her. Should I press her? But I think this one is easy. That resulting suitcase and left in the attendance room the time standby. Yeah, this one is easy. Yes, that's it. I wonder if you would be so kind as to take a look at this receipt, Miss Mill. A receipt for what? It's for the suitcase, Miss Tenero. Now, if I may direct your attention to the timestamp. As you can see, it clearly says 5:40 a.m., Miss Tenero. Yes. Why is the killer here? I thought you have her locked up by now. I requested that she be present as a witness so that we may straighten you out your complex lie. Now then, Miss Tenero, between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m., you took a trip from first class down to the first floor in flagship, correct? Yes, I went to the shop to buy a suitcase, after which I went straight to the attendance room to drop it off. And did you see Miss Mill there at the time? No. So, Miss Mill, where were you really between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m.? Oh man, she's taking it easy. Miss Kimmy Mill. The bedroom? I'll be the one to ask the question here. Yeah, maybe that's it. I probably just miss her later calls, you know. Do you take me for a fool? That's a little too convenient to be true. But it's the truth, cross my heart. I don't have enough conclusive proof to counter-argue her at this stage. You don't believe me, do you? But please, won't you give me a chance and hear me out? Reasons for suspicion. Look, I know you're suspecting me because I'm one of the crew. But you think that maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda too? She's the one in charge of the elevator keycard and the shop, you know. If you ask me, that makes her super suspicious. Well, that's a good statement. Please leave Miss Tenero out of the conversation. Only you are under suspicion for now. I don't get it. Why are you covering for Miss Rhoda all of a sudden? Oh, now I get it. Maybe you've got your eye on Miss Rhoda. Of course I'm keeping eye on her. I can't very well let her escape, can I? Never mind. But you wanna know something? Miss Rhoda actually kinda... I have absolutely no interest in people who can appreciate my sense of design. Now's not the time for this sort of talk. Look, I know it because I'm one of the crew, but she's the one in charge of the elevator keycard and the shop, you know. Maybe I should press this one.
Hold it!
And what are you in charge of, Miss Mill? I take care of the attendance room. That doesn't count. Oh, but I spent so much time there. May as well be my responsibility. Mr. Rachel Kim is very talented in luggage, so she assists passengers who may not speak English, especially those who speak Virginian language there. She is the only one in this flight who is fluent. Oh, you mean that kind of what am I in charge of? Why didn't you say so in the first place? What else could I have meant? Yes, so I'm really good at Virginia. She's fluent in Virginia. Then I suppose you're in charge of processing documents in Virginia. Yeah, I take care of anything that has to do with Virginia. Very interesting. Stuff.
Objection!
So you are the only one in this flight crew that speaks Virginian, is that correct? Oh yeah, I guess so. I studied abroad in Virginia for a while. If that is the case, then the signature on this document belongs to you, doesn't it? This is a falsified piece of documentation with only one purpose: to let anyone who read it to believe that Mr. LeBlanc's statue was loaded in Europe. The only person who could have either prepared or processed this document in Virginia is you, Miss Mill. Without your participation, the smuggling of the olive red could not have occurred. Don't sleep while I'm pointing my finger at you. Oh, dear. Oh, I wouldn't dream of falling asleep on you, Mr. Richard. She's changed. It's exactly as you said. Are you confessing to having participated in the smuggling? No, far from it. It's true that I was the one who signed off on that document. But you can use that fact alone to make your allegation of smuggling stick. There's no direct correlation after all. All you have is my signature on a piece of paper. Really? All you did was sign it. I neglected to check if the cargo had been loaded onto the plane properly. So sorry about that. It seems that you finally woke it up. This is going to be one tough fight. Suppose, and this is the supposition, even if I was involved in the smuggling, you can throw the charge of a murder on me just like that. If you were involved in the smuggling, you would have a strong motive to kill. Agent Hicks was in the middle of an investigation regarding a smuggling, and just when he was about to close it, he's killed by a member of the ring. Well, did you ever stop to think that maybe Rhoda is the smuggling ring member? After all, unlike me, Rhoda has access to many things on this plane for both purposes. So perhaps there is some element of a setup at play in this case. What are you talking about? Don't worry, I wasn't talking about you. I meant the killer. First it was myself, and now it's Mr. Nero, who is under the microscope. Seems to me that our killer is going to great lengths to pin this crime on anyone they can. You have no proof that Rhoda is being set up, or that she isn't. Actually, I believe that she was indeed intended target from very beginning. I believe that the plan was to push all the blame for the crime onto her. And this evidence will prove my suspicions. This proves that the killer was out of frame, Mr. Nero, from the very beginning. Very beginning. Oh, the Goyo Airlines. This or this? This one? Oh no. This piece of evidence will answer all of our questions. Are you asleep, presenting or something, Mr. Ritual? No, as you can plainly see, I'm wide awake. Haha, then I'm afraid you failed. You are making so little sense that I thought maybe you were asleep. Talk about Dr. Sleep in this high-desk transformation. Is this it? But wasn't there a piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for? Let's to stay calm and think carefully and then present the condemning evidence. To frame Miss Tenera from the very beginning. Her luggage? Her luggage, her suitcase? Oh yeah, the suitcase.
Take that!
The killer could have hidden the body anywhere, and yet they chose the suitcase. Why is that? Perhaps it was to move the body from up the lower deck to the first floor. However, why go through the trouble to do so? Yeah. The only way all of this action makes sense is if the killer had wanted to frame Miss Tenera for the murder. Miss Tenera buys a suitcase on every flight she works on without fail. But should her suitcase be switched with the one containing the victim's body, that will put her in a very tight spot. Unfortunately for the killer, their turbulence put an end to that plan. There wasn't enough time to put the body back into the suitcase. Ergo, they made do with whoever was at hand adopted their plan, and tried to frame me as I lay unconscious on the floor from the turbulence. The killer then went to hide the suitcase in the flag shop and brought the piggy bank back to the elevator in order to fabricate a false weapon. A lot of work for the fruitless endeavor, won't you agree? Sounds like the killer had a time to, huh? I mean, why did the killer need to frame someone that badly anyway? That is because of the special circumstances surrounding this particular case. A special circumstance dictated that the need for the killer to frame someone. Where the murder took place. Because I was in the first floor that he need to frame me. The special circumstance is simply that the murder took place on a plane mid-flight. No matter which country customs is quite strict on this day and age. So no matter what you do, the chances that the body will be found is very high. Therefore, there was no choice but to frame either Miss Tenera or myself. In other words, the only one who fits within the boundaries of the criminal's movement is not Miss Tenera or myself, but you, Miss Chamomile. Only you and you alone could be the killer. Oh no, and are you done already? I was about to fall asleep again. Anyway, let's be honest here. You don't have anything on me other than a whole lot of circumstantial evidence. Oh yeah. Let's use logic, come on. Oh, I like this song. I can see that line of how the murder occurred, but I have no definitive evidence. And isn't there a piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for? Something that I still can't quite fit into the big picture? The phone.
Take that!
I don't have any actual evidence. I thought not, but that's because it went missing and still is. Missing? What do you mean by that? In the complex puzzle that this case, there was one piece I keep getting stuck on, and that is the victim's cell phone. Francisca, you are awaiting at the airport for a phone call from Agent Hicks' cell phone, or at least that's what she told me. That's right, but Agent Hicks' cell phone could not be found at the crime scene. You mean the killer took the phone with her? Precisely. I suspect that if we were to find that phone, it would lead us to the killer. Come on, get serious, huh? If the victim fell to his death from that height, won't his phone break a soul? We won't know that until we try a little experiment, will we? Francisca, I'd like to ask for your assistance. You know the victim's phone number, do you not? Of course I do. Please. Yes. Agent Hicks' phone, it's ringing from somewhere, sir. I hear it, detective. Now where is it coming from? Miss Smith, wake up. Sorry, Mr. Rachel. I got sleepy all of a sudden because it sounds like a lullaby I used to love as a child. I better find that cell phone test. It is this. It sounds like the phone attendance one. Oh, attendance one. Oh no. I guess. Is she gonna put it in Donera's locker? The rings come from somewhere in here, sir. If no stone unturned, Detective Gumshoe, we must find it. Donera locker. Don't come in here, sir. What? No, it can't be. This has got to be the victim's cell phone. Yes, whose locker is this, sir? It's Miss Donera. What? Oh my god. It's getting complicated. So, Mr. Richard, how did it go? Where did you find the phone? I found it in the flight attendant's room, in Miss Tenera's locker. What? But, Brother Tenera, I don't know anything about the phone. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Miss Von Karma, is it? I suggest you arrest Miss Rhoda Tenera right away. Let's go. Wait, I have a theory. This is related to the incident with the keycard. When the killer went to steal the keycard, they conveniently stashed his cell phone in Miss Tenera's locker room at the same time. This is related to the keycard, alright. In the same way that we have zero proof that the killer did just that. Yeah. The only voice that sings the truth is evidence. That is the one bird we cannot ignore. Please, logic, come. What should I do? Francisca, right? I can't offer baseless conjecture at this point. Alright then, why did the culprit take the cell phone from Agent Hicks? It must have something very incriminating in it. Please check the cell phone. Yes, hold it. What now, Miles said Edgeworth? It's not over yet. We have yet to figure out why the killer took the phone. What? Inside this phone lies the final piece of incriminating evidence that will point us to our killer. We need to examine this phone in more detail. Let's go. What's in this cojones? This must be the switch that opens the phone. Let's see. The LCD is broken. Without a screen, you can even place a call with this. What about let's see. A camera. It's a camera lens. Come to think of it, I wonder how exactly Agent Hicks planning to preserve the crime scene of the smuggling. Francisca, I need you to confirm something. This cell phone, can you take pictures? Mr. Richard, I can't believe you don't know about this kind of basic stuff, sir. This looks like a very similar model to my own. And mine can take photos just fine. Do you think Agent Hicks could have taken some pictures with this? In particular, pictures as evidence for his smuggling case? If so, I say there may be some very inconvenient photos in here for a killer smuggler. But the phone's all busted up, sir. Even a super prosecutor can repair a broken phone. I found a way, don't you worry about that. Yeah. May I go back to sleep now? Yes.
Objection!
The LCD screens on the inside and outside are broken, that's for sure. But that's also reason enough to believe that the killer was unable to erase the data. What? What do you mean by that, Francisca? It looks like our killer isn't very familiar with electronics. This phone still rang when I called it, meaning that only the LCD screens are broken. It's possible that the photos are still there inside, waiting to be accessed. All you need to do is transfer the data to my phone. Yes! Francisca, your phone, if you please. Very well. It's transferring. Alright, displaying it now. This is... Agent Hicks was most certainly trying to obtain some evidence for his smuggling case. Hey, the Oliver's now already speaks, sir. But this has no meaning as a piece of evidence in this murder case, right? Oh, she's right. There's not much we can find out from this about Agent Hicks' killer, sir. Is this it? Is this the end? Come on, use logic. Is there really nothing in this photo that we can use? What we can use? I guess... Let's see the evidence. Grape juice, Bad shit. I guess the fact that all the suitcases are here in this photo is out. Agent Hicks was still alive at the time. So what exactly is out about the suitcase that haven't been used being there? Yes, well, I was only pointing out things that are different between the now and then. You wrapped up with ramblings. I put this attendant to sleep yet again, said George. I'll give sleep at here, not awakening. A defining objection and contradiction. Let's go. I guess, yes, it's the suitcase. Alright, let's do this. Yes. What should I use? Is this broken or something? What's all this? Oh, the statues. They are cargo ship from Virginia to Zengpa. So the reason they are here now is that they were dropped off in Zengpa. Mr. LeBlanc, can you tell me the contents of the boxes? Unfortunately, there is no English written on them anywhere. One cluster of boxes is written in Virginia. It says it's cloth in English. Cloth? Could be. Is this where the killer? Where is that scary face? Miss Mill. Yes. It appears that Agent Hicks was no ordinary investigator. He left us with a piece of evidence after all. What is that? I don't get it. A striking piece that will point out who's the killer. Maybe you shouldn't force your mistake in reading over a simple picture, Mr. Richard. The Virginian cargo and this piece of evidence point us straight to the killer. Virginian cargo? Oh, there's no that cargo. Oh, the cargo wasn't there before. Is this it? No. Would you care to fill me in on what you are trying to prove with that? It's quite simple. It's just that I will be representing my evidence. I'm not laughing. It wasn't meant to be laughing matter. Oh, this one. Yeah. I've shown her. Come on, man. This song is... the song is so good. So what was it then? Cargo and this piece of evidence. Cloth? Oh, this cloth.
Take that!
And what is that supposed to prove? The killer used this piece of a cloth to wipe up the blood they had split. But there was one thing that bothered me this whole time. Where did it come from? And now I finally found my answer to this very photo. The cargo that was unloaded in Zengpa had blood written on it. In Virginia, that is. And this is where the killer grabbed a piece from to clean up the blood with. That's right. The killer was someone who could read and understand Virginian. And the only crew member that fits that description is you, Miss Camille. That's pretty flimsy. The killer probably searched through all the boxes looking for something to use. When you're frantic, you don't care if the box is in English or Virginian. Sorry, but I cannot agree with your assessment of the killer's indiscriminate nature. What? There was no need for the killer to tear through the boxes at random at all. And if the killer supposedly could not comprehend Virginian, well then, logically the killer would have opened this box first. Bad shit.
Take that!
Hey, it says bedsheet in English right on the box, sir. Precisely, and bedsheet would be perfect for cleaning up blood, would you say? So what are you trying to say? That if I were the criminal, this box of bedsheet would have been what I would spotted first. However, the killer chose to use some Virginian cloth. Do we have an explanation for that? The killer didn't want anyone to know that the real scene of the crime was this cargo hold. so they were afraid to leave signs that the box for the sheets had been opened. However, the Virginian cloth, well, that's a horse of a different color, because the killer knew it was going to be unloaded in the Republic of Zengpa. That's right, this is why the Virginian cloth was used, and the only Virginian reader on board who could make such a calculated decision is you, Camille, you and you alone. Yes! It would be very easy for us to confirm if any of the boxes were resealed. All we have to do is contact the Zengpa authorities in time. We may even find out of evidence to incriminate our killer within those boxes. So what do you say, Miss Gill? Why not confess to your crime, here and now? Or would you rather wait and see what we find out from our investigation in Zengpa? Damn it. Oh yes. Yes, take that. Oh my god. No. Hey, he was Interpol. I couldn't stop it. I brought him here. He started taking pictures. I couldn't be found out. I was scared. I was in trouble. I that was March 12, 5:26 p.m. Flight G3390 first floor lounge. We finished making all the arrangements to take the suspect in, sir. Very good, detective. What about the smuggling room? Did she say anything about that? They're taking her down on the prison now. Hopefully we can get more out of her there. Whenever we even approached the topic, she just stopped foaming at the mouth. It was scary, sir. She probably wasn't prepared to commit a murder all of a sudden. One thing is for sure, the ring behind this whole mess means serious business. It looks like there's a lot more to this case than meets the eye. Mr. Ashok, I just wanted to say how much I appreciate everything you did. Thank you very much. It was nothing. In fact, I should be the one thank you for your cooperation. But truly, if it wasn't for you, I might not be here right now. Instead, I can continue to serve our passengers as a flight attendant. I hope that, well, please accept this as a token of my appreciation. That's... I see, you don't have to take it if you don't want it. No, I mean, I'll never turn down a lady's generous offer. Oh, thank you. Oh man, I'm sure it will serve you well. First time seeing that smile. Not first smile. And you remember, we here at Goyu Airlines are always ready to serve, Mr. Richard. Thank you, I'll keep that in mind. No, I must bid you farewell. May all your skies be blue, no matter where you go. I can't believe we wound up investigation the whole day, sir, but boy was it fun. Speak for yourself, my day was filled with earthquakes, elevators, and false charges. By the way, where's Francisca? Oh, she's filling out some custom paperwork for her departure. Departure? Yeah, Miss Von Karma's always busy, sir. She's been flying from country to country to chase down some leads regarding her case. Detective, can you cancel the car I had you reserved earlier? You got it, sir. March 12, 5:47 p.m. Hot Springs, sir. Francisca, I thought I told you when you first landed. I have no time for idle chatter. I have no intention of wasting your time. However, it has been a while since we last met. Also, I have no time for such familiar reminiscence. Yes, who do you think I am? You are Francisca Von Karma, a very proud prosecutor deserving of much respect. Until only a little while ago, I was but a watchman who was always losing to you. A dancing pirate living her life on the name and fame of her invincible father, Bill. True, your father, Manfred Von Karma, didn't lose a single case for 40 years as a prosecutor. However, I wouldn't say he was invincible. What are you talking about? The group I'm on the trail of is a little more troublesome than most. The smuggling route we found this time is only one sliver of the big picture. Sounds like a dangerous assignment. You really don't have to worry. I can take care of myself. Yes, I suppose you can. Plus, there's another agent on this case with me. Oh, another agent? He's a star among Interpol agents and has the highest successful arrest rate. Who knows, you may even run into him one day. Him? I was simply caught up in this one case. I hardly see why we would cross paths, I suppose, but I doubt he would say the same. I'm not following you. You'll understand soon enough. The flight has only just begun, Miles Edgeworth. I'll be back in this country soon enough. And when I am, you can be sure I'll pay you back in. And just like that, she's gone. Sir. Thank goodness, I can finally rest easy knowing I won't have to watch out for her weight. Detective Gumshoe, I want to thank you for all your help and cooperation. Oh, it was nothing, sir. I was just happy to be able to work with you again. I think I'm gonna celebrate by adding a little extra salt to my instant noodles tonight. Say, guess how much did you cut his salary by, Francisca? And you? Detective, I was wondering if you might give me a ride down to prosecutor's office. Sure thing, sir. I'll even fly down the road in the patrol car if you want. Don't make me remind you, Detective. Safety first. Thus, I solved the first case upon my arrival home. Francisca von Karma, the smuggling route she was after. The leaders of the train had already put their trump card into play, and the players on the other side of this war. They would begin to make themselves known through the next incident. Edgeworth speaking. Finally. I called who knows how many times earlier, but I couldn't get through. And you are? Have you forgotten my faults, Miles, my boy? Mr. Amano? Ernest Amano, correct? So you do remember me. I know it's rather sudden, but I can't ask this of anyone else. There's been an incident, Miles. My son has been kidnapped. What? Who is this Amano? Oh man. I'm getting excited for the next episode. Anyway, this is the end. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next episode. See ya.